Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zohar Muzibur Ahmad, and today I and my team would like to present about AEC, which is ASEAN Economic Community. Okay, first and foremost, what is AEC? Okay, AEC is the realization of the region's end goal of economic integration. Its envisions ASEAN is a single market and product-based, a highly competitive region with equitable economic development and fully integrated into a global economy. The aim of AEC is for create a single market and production base of the fee of goods, services, investment, capital, and skilled labor.
The second issue is bridging the gap between ASEAN members. The first gap is the gap between gross domestic product per capita. To be specific, to bridging the gap in terms of nation income, the term income gap refers to difference between the poverty line and average gross domestic product, which is GDP per person or per capita. There is a sizable income gap between ASEAN member states in terms of GDP per capita. There was already a significant financial gap among the members. There are three groups that ASEAN 6 can be divided into. Malaysia, Philippines and Thailand fall under category of upper middle income countries, where Brunei and Singapore are high income nations. On the other hand, Indonesia is classified as a lower middle class income range. Brunei GDP per capita was 43 times greater than Indonesia in 1970. Second gap is the human development gap. The Human Development Index, level of life expectancy, education and health are used to be assessed the human development gap in this section. The HDI gap across the ASEAN nations has been found to be substantial but has been closing over time. Singapore and Brunei move up to the high human development category. Indonesia and Vietnam were classified as having lower medium human development, while Malaysia, Thailand and the Philippines had upper medium human development. The HDI was lower in Cambodia, Laos and Myanmar. That matches the trend in the GDP per capita. Life expectancy at birth is one of the key elements of the Human Development Index. It demonstrates that people in wealthier nations live longer than their fewer wealthy countries, and that between 1997 and 2002, life expectancy rose in all of the ASEAN 10 nations, although the discrepancy between Singapore and Laos, which has the shortest life expectancy, has shrunk from 1997, 24 years, to 2002. The gap has remained large throughout time, 21 years. Third gap is gap between technologies. Another issue is the region's uneven access to and utilization of information technology. In the information age, differences in information technology cause the development gap to increase, since people with sophisticated ICT tend to develop more quickly and advance further than those with less advanced ICT. The ASEAN members have a wide and obvious digital gap, compared to 15% in Malaysia, 4% in Thailand, 1% in Vietnam, 0.2 and 0.3% in Cambodia and Laos. 62% of the population in Singapore owns a personal computer. The CLMV nation have fallen considerably behind. In a similar vein, internet access is used by 50% and 34% of Singaporeans and Malaysians respectively. This stands in stark contrast to the 0.2% in Cambodia and Laos and the 0.05% in Myanmar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raja Muhammad Muzaki bin Al-Jazmi, and as continuing our presentation, I would like to address the next issue which the AEC committed to resolve and improve in terms of specific aspect. And one of them is a single market system. The meaning of this system is the economies of all countries registered in ASEAN have been under one name, and the contribution from each of them is being ensured for the upcoming investment and trade with the other countries or regional. With this system, ASEAN-based companies can access raw material, production input, service, skill labor and also capital whenever the business are based in the related region, as one of the advantage due to the low barrier among ASEAN countries. It would commercialize the goods and service provided by ASEAN countries more efficiently, with more benefit gained by both parties. AEC has been committed to this aim by evolving the All Common Effective Preferential Tariff (CEPT) to a more comprehensive agreement, which is ASEAN Trade in Good Agreement (I3GA), as one of the efforts to achieve the objective provided by AEC. The result from this improved agreement has shown a really good early sign, with the statistics shown among ASEAN countries, the tariff good for 96% of the traded product is virtually zero, and this could lead to the potential network establishment of industries across ASEAN, as well as participate in the global supply chain. Other than that, AEC also put an effort in providing an integrated and single investment destination as one ASEAN country, which probably increase the rate of profit generated, as every country might vary all the possible resources among each other, as well as exchanging the technologies without potentially to complicate the consequences of the agreement. Instead of having 10 fragmented economies, with each representing every ASEAN countries, ASEAN prefer a single market, which perhaps could also allow investors to increase their investment that probably would be more safer and profitable, especially in a long-term range. So, AEC has replaced ASEAN Investment Area (AIA) and ASEAN Investment Guarantee Agreement (IGA) to a better and improved agreement, which is ASEAN Comprehensive Investment Agreement (ACIA) that came into force in 2012. ACIA provide more liberalism, protection, promotion and facilitation of investment made in the region, which probably could attract more investors to invest in the ASEAN single market economy system in the future. Okay, the next issue that AEC intend to address is the increasing of foreign direct investment (FDI), which also a bit related with the achievement of creating a single market system for ASEAN. FDI is a key element in international business and economic integration in creating a stable and long-lasting links between companies. It's measured by considering target firms in open economies that offer skilled workforce and above-average growth prospect for the investors. Single market system could attract more investment to crowd in the region of ASEAN than before, which also could increase the FDI. AEC effort in diversifying the economy in supply chain through multinational companies is important in order to reduce the vulnerability to any disruptions such as ASEAN economic crisis 1997 and COVID-19 pandemic. The electronic manufacturing and project related to the electrical vehicle has been given the priority and being contributed to the increment of FDI inflows of ASEAN, which amounts to $174 billion in 2021 compared to $120 billion in 2015. Strong FDI investment inflows for ASEAN region in 2021 is due to the rapid growth of manufacturing, which state that the increasing of FDI from 19 billion in 2020 to the 45 billion in 2021, with the continuous positive result in terms of FDI. ASEAN would be regarded as an attractive place to be invest, as well as improving the economies to the highest level possible, which eventually could lead to the recognition on the top level and probably being a first choice to investors.
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Aiman Fikri bin Muhammad Arif Fadzila, and I will present to you about economic development and exchange. ASEAN Economic Community has given a lot of opportunities to develop each country with obtainable benefit, as each country in ASEAN have its own capabilities due to different geographical area, the number of the worker in the country, and natural resources that make each ASEAN country have its own advantage. This is because each of the ASEAN countries has its own capabilities, natural resources, labor experience, and skills. By exchanging with the other ASEAN countries' unique resources and abilities, the opportunities for every country to grow in the economic sector is getting brighter. And it also gives the opportunity to compete with developed countries around the world. Other than that, with the establishment of the ASEAN Free Trade Area, which can be called as AFTA, it will give more advantage in the economic sector for each ASEAN country since it eliminates tariff and non-tariff barrier and can be able to attract foreign investment to ASEAN. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad dan Ashraf bin Abdullah. So I will continue with the first benefit, which is facilitating free flow of skilled labor. The ASEAN region has been growing international and regional labor mobility. There are two types of flow. First, the much larger flow of unskilled and semi-skilled workers on short-term contract. Second, the much smaller flow of professional and skilled manpower. The AEC cover only the second type of flow. Okay, first, large disparity in wages and employment opportunity. There are more advanced countries with higher wages and better employment opportunity tend to attract migrants from less developed neighbor countries. Among the ASEAN countries, the per capita income ranking and reflective of salary ranking are Singapore, Brunei, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, and CLM. Singapore, Brunei, and Malaysia are 228 experiencing general labour shortage as well as skill shortage, while other countries are experiencing skill shortage to varying degrees. Second, geographic proximity and social, cultural, linguistic environment. Historically, there was much free movement among the population of Southeast Asia. In particular, people move freely between Malaysia and Singapore as two countries share a long common history and social, cultural, linguistic ties. So, when educational and job opportunity for ethnic Chinese in Malaysia become restrictive, many of them sought such opportunity in nearby Singapore and stay on as permanent resident Singapore citizens. However, in this day of globalization and the internet, geographic proximity and its accompanying ready access to information and social cultural affinity are no longer strong pool of skilled migrants, while language and educational link have become more important. Hence, many English-speaking professionals from ASEAN found employment in English-speaking countries in North America, UK, and Australia, New Zealand. On the other hand, professional conversant in the various European and Japanese language tend to seek employment in this country. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Adi Fahmi bin Zamri. So there are a few analyses in this topic. From those points, we can conclude that ASEAN aims to provide better economic opportunities and improving quality of life. By 2025, ASEAN hopes to become a highly integrated and dynamic region within strengthening their chain value in global markets. For instance, tariff and non-tariff removal have enhanced their internal market integration. Hence, consumers have better market opportunities. Blueprints also crucial as they recognize issues and trends to keep AEC relevant until today. We can see much sustainability that has been enhanced. So it must be accessible to all the ASEAN people. By staying in the same shoes, ASEAN would overcome major crises to ensure the economy is enhanced comprehensively.
So, in conclusion, ASEAN Economic Community is for establishing a single market and production base within ASEAN in economic sector in terms of investment, capital, skilled labor, so on and so forth. So with AEC in ASEAN, the benefits of their member will get is the bond and relationship between those nations will be stronger. Thus, the economic growth will increase even more and the lifestyle of its community of the members will increase from time to time. Thank you.